Hey guys, this week we're meeting with Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, and we are going to be looking at two brand new ships that are going to be coming out in 2024 and 2025. So you don't want to miss that. We're going to look at the interior spaces, we're going to look at their brand new restaurants, and how those two new ships are different than their original one. So let's go. Everybody, and welcome to this week's Cruise Chat. I'm Kathleen Penner, owner of Plenty of Sunshine Travel, and today I'm joined by Richard. And as you can see, Richard is from Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, and I'm really excited to meet with you guys again. I had one episode that I met with Ray before, and we did a great brand overview. So if anybody wants to go and look at that, I've made playlists on YouTube for all of the cruise chats that I do. So make sure you hit that one. But we've got some amazing content right now because they've got some gorgeous new ships coming out, and I can't wait to take a look at them. So I'm just going to turn it right over to you, Richard.
Thank you so much, Kathleen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me here. It's truly a pleasure to be here and kind of refresh you, if you will, on the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, and then really get into just the insights and updates for where we're heading in the future. And just to kick things off, really, I'm just going to start off with an introductory video for you. Just love that video. It's really, really incredible. Really gives you a fantastic viewpoint of what it's like on the yachts with Evrima. And really, before I dive into that refresh on Evrima and take a look towards the future, I just want to briefly talk about the concept behind the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection. So what are we all about? What really separates us from everybody else out there? And we are really that unique combination of the luxury lifestyle of the Ritz-Carlton hotels combined with that ultra luxury yachting experience. So that's really the core concept that we surround everything that we are. And during the course of this presentation, I'm going to really be running through a number of these points that you see here. I'll be chatting about the all-inclusive value that we have, our personalized service, the multiple dining experiences, the all-suite accommodations. We'll take a look at the marina, the other social spaces we have on board, the itineraries, where we're going and when we're going there, and then really also, as well as that, the curated immersive destination experiences to be had. So we'll just cover a lot. We'll deep dive into the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection and the product that we have. And starting off, of course, with our inaugural yacht, Evrima. She is just over 600 feet long, 149 all terrace suites. So we are, again, only suites on board, and every suite does have its own balcony or terrace. So that translates to just under 300 guests on board. Now, we are also, as I mentioned, very, very personalized in our service. We actually have an almost one-to-one staff to guest ratio. So that's really one of the cornerstones of our commitment to that Ritz-Carlton level of service excellence. So a lot of the guests who are coming on board have stayed at Ritz-Carlton hotels previously, and they have an expectation of what to expect on board. And part of our commitment to ensure that that expectation is really met is that almost one-to-one staff to guest ratio. Another part of it is our guest to space ratio. We actually have one of the highest guest to space ratios in the industry at 1 to 85.2 square feet. So we have a lot of space per guest. And I love talking about this, but I also hate it because it's so hard to share just how much you feel that space when you're on board. You know, you step in through the arrival area, you move into the living room space, and it just opens up. You don't feel like you're on a vessel with 300 other people. There's little nooks and crannies throughout the yacht, tables and chairs on each of the decks where guests can just relax and enjoy and just, socialize and not have to queue anywhere, not have to wait to get off the vessel or to go to any of the dining venues.
Yeah. And you know what? That makes such a difference too, because as I've said before, and those of you who are subscribed to my channel would know this, but when I was in Iceland last summer, I was so surprised because I was on a smaller ship and we just got, right under the tender and off we went. And we were sharing it with one of the mega ship support that day. And when it was time to come back, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a lineup. Wow, that's weird. And I'm like, oh wait, that's their side. Our side, we just walked right on. There was a tender waiting. Off we went. And they probably, were at least 5 or 6 tenders that they were going to be waiting for. And your time is just as important as everything else. And that makes such a big difference to have that smaller ship luxury as well.
Absolutely. A close friend of mine once told me that, one of the definitions of luxury is space. And that's definitely so true, especially when it comes to luxury cruising. And then another definition of luxury is, of course, the details. And that is, again, part of that service level of excellence. Now, we are an inclusive experience on board. And with us, that includes the gratuities, the Wi-Fi, the beverages in the suites and throughout the yacht, the entertainments on board. We have a bottle of Moet and Chandon champagne in each suite when the guests first arrive on board, just really kind of setting the tone for the voyage. They actually coined a term for it on board. They call it Ritz water because it just flows like water throughout the voyage. And then we also do have suite ambassadors available to every one of our suites. So that is that personalized touch there. And to support the suite ambassadors, we have a concierge desk. So anything that the suite ambassadors cannot help with, the concierge desk is there to support as well. And then I will also just briefly talk about the dress code there. It's a big question we often get, and we want to say, we call it yacht smart, yacht casual. I think on land, the closest you can find is probably country club smart, country club casual. So you can dress up as much as you want or dress down as you'd like.
Perfect.
Yeah. Talking about the dining experiences to be had on board, we have 9 different dining experiences on board for our guests to choose from. So we have a lot of different options there available for our guests. Of those 9 experiences, 5 of them are restaurants. 4 of those restaurants are part of the inclusive experience to be enjoyed on board. The one venue that isn't would be our specialty restaurant SEA or C, and I'll dive into that in just a minute. But firstly, this is one of the inclusive experiences to be had on board. This is Mistral. It's an open-air dining concept restaurant, just a fantastic space. It's got a Mediterranean-inspired menu. I would highly recommend this space for lunch especially. And then, of course, you have that dipping pool there for before or after lunch just to relax and enjoy. And then this is that specialty restaurant C. So C stands for Sven Elverfeldt Aboard. Now, Sven Elverfeldt is a 3-star Michelin chef based out of the Ritz-Carlton Wolfsburg, Germany. That's the restaurant Aqua there. And he designed this space. He designed the menu here. One of his sous chefs is always on board maintaining the Galliot kitchen here. And this is a 5-course wine-paired tasting experience. This is a very intimate space. It only seats 28 guests per sitting. So we do see this restaurant move very, very quickly. Reservations here open 4 months before the sailing starts, so that's 120 days before the voyage, and it is 1 reservation per suite. The price here is $285 per person.
Mhm.
We see these reservations move very, very quickly. Your sea days can move within 2 to 4 hours.
Wow.
Your port days can move within up to 48 hours. So if you do have interest in this kind of dining experience, I would highly recommend, as soon as the reservations open, you absolutely want to book your day of choice straight away.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Because you don't want to miss that one.
Absolutely not. It's just amazing. A
And that
fantastic
ties into
experience.
not waiting last minute to book either, because those people who choose to book, a month or two out, you're just not going to get the opportunity to dine there either.
Yeah, and if you do miss out on your opportunity there, when you get on board, you can actually chat to your suite ambassador, chat to the concierge desk, and they can work to see if they can get you a space. They might not get your day of choice, unfortunately, but if they can get you to experience it, and that's something that you really do want to experience, and you've missed the opportunity to book, then this is something that you can do.
Awesome.
Suites wise on Evrima, we have 6 different categories of suites, and that ranges from just our stunning owner suites. What you're looking at here is over 1,000 square feet interior space alone, plus an additional over 600 square feet of terrace. Now, the terrace has a whirlpool out there, there's lounge space out there. Interior has dining for 6. You got a bar, you've got a pantry, just everything built into these owner suites. They are amazing, and we have 2 of these at the back of the yacht.
Okay.
Yeah, from the owners, this is our mid-range category, the Grand Suites. So what you're looking at here is a bedroom, ensuite bathroom, his and hers walk-in closets, which is specific to this Grand Suite category. Pocket doors to separate your personal and your social spaces. You have dining for 4, lounge area, and then of course your terrace space as well. And last but certainly not least, we do have our entry-level terrace suites. So this is a loft suite layout. It's really comparable to anything at the Ritz-Carlton property level. It's a 300 square feet interior space, plus an additional up to 81 square feet of terrace. So I do like to talk about the bathrooms at this point usually, because I know that is kind of like a point of notice when looking at cruising. All of our bathrooms do have double vanity sinks as well as the walk-in showers. The entry level is the only one that won't include a bathtub or a soaking tub as well. So the bathroom experience in all of our suites is just fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like full marble, just gorgeous. Yeah.
It is. It's just beautiful. Very well proportioned space. And really looking now towards some of the public spaces to enjoy on board. And definitely, one of my favorite spaces on board has got to be the marina at the back of the yacht. It's really just that quintessential yachting experience right there. And, when we anchor, if the weather's good, we open up the marina platform and guests can kayak, they can paddleboard. We have little mini sailboats there. You can swim off the back of the yacht. It is just, just really that yachting experience right there. We do also feature snorkel gear. You can't use it off the back of the yacht, but you can take it ashore with you.
Lovely.
And then just in from the marina platform, actually another favorite space for me is the marina terrace. And this is just a very light, very airy space. You can see there we have these flaps on the side of the yacht which open up, and we put our tables and chairs there, and you can relax just steps above the water. We also have a cocktail bar back down here, so this is an ideal location for sunset cocktails or sundowners. When I sailed on board last year, we were off St. Bart's. We got to just relax over there and enjoy a sundowner and just watch the sunsets over St. Bart's. It was an incredible experience. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I love the colors too, that, like you said, light and airy, and absolutely, that soft blue, the grays, that's just very relaxing colors too.
Absolutely, and very, very yacht-like, I feel, very, as you say, very light, very airy.
Beautiful.
Another fantastic social space is the observation lounge up on deck 10. This is really, during the day, this is just a casual social space. And in the evening, this is where the action happens, if you will. This is the social center on board at night. Then we have a full service bar up here. Those beautiful glass accordion doors during the day just make this such a light and airy space as well. But in the evening, if there's no wind, those doors can be opened, and this turns into an indoor-outdoor social experience. It's fantastic. We host a number of events up here. We have different themed events like En Blanc Party, Havana Nights, Disco Nights. And I think we mentioned it on the previous video with Ray, but just they are beautifully decorated. We have a florist on board who is exceptionally skilled, and he really goes above and beyond for these events. And then, of course, some other events that we have going on during the yacht. We have the afternoon tea in the living room. We have that flower workshop with our florist. You can follow him on social media. He's very, very good. There is a rum tasting on the observation terrace. And then in the Caribbean, we've actually started on some of our sailings doing an exclusive beachside barbecue. So that's a barbecue set up on the beach, and we bring all of our guests off the yacht to enjoy this unique experience.
Oh,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. And then if you're looking for something a little bit quieter, maybe not as busy as the observation lounge, we do also include a humidor on deck 10, and this is really for your cigar lovers, your bourbons and your cognacs are here as well. You know, we've partnered with Davidoff to offer a number of series on board, like Anniversario series, Signature series, and so on. And then partnered with that are world-class bourbons and cognacs from our reserve list. So that's like items like Papi Van Winkle, Remy Martin, Louis VIII. Oh, sorry, the 12th. Just, you know, some fantastic bourbons and cognacs there.
Mm-hmm. Goodness. So if you're ever missing your husband, chances are he's going to be in there.
Chances are high.
Beautiful.
And then just, you know, kind of a hidden gem on board, if you will. When we first launched, we didn't anticipate this place being as busy as it was. But the spa terrace up at the front of the yacht on deck 9 has just been such a fantastic space. You've got those clam lounges there. There's the whirlpool up at the front of the yachts. Just kind of a relaxing space where you can just watch the ocean and watch the sky. We, as I said, did not anticipate this being as busy. So when we first launched, we didn't actually have service up here. But seeing how busy it was, we actually now have full-time service up here for the guests who are enjoying the spa terrace.
That's great. And that would be a beautiful place for sail away as well, to, you know, watch as you're leaving the ports. That's gorgeous.
Absolutely. Just hang out in the hot tub and watch the ocean pass you by.
Beautiful.
Or the whirlpool, I suppose. And then, of course, you know, one of the big questions we often get is the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection family welcoming? Do the yachts accept children? The answer is absolutely yes. We do have the Ritz Kids program on board. With Evrima, the Ritz Kids program is dedicated to children ages 4 to 12. Now, there is an additional fee attached to the Ritz Kids program. It is fairly nominal, but there is a fee attached. And it is covering those sessions. So you can see the morning session, 9 to 12 p.m., afternoon session, 1 to 4 p.m., and then your evening session, 6 to 9 p.m. I also like to mention that this isn't actually a babysitting service. We do ask for a guardian to be on board. They don't have to be at the Ritz Kids program. They can be at the pool or you know, at dinner, while their kids are really getting that maritime-based educational entertainment.
Yeah, and the evening session would be perfect, so that you could go to the sea restaurant and know that they're taken care of. That's a great.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I'm actually just going to dive in. Sorry to.
Yes, I'm excited about this part.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm so excited about this. We are so excited to see yachts 2 and 3 coming through. And I'm going to start things off with just an introductory video into our next generation yacht, Aylmer.
Ritz-Carlton promises its guests an experience of uncompromised luxury. Projects like this really allow us to move the needle to create a new product and to provide a new opportunity for a luxurious experience.
It's really a product that we're very proud of and that we've worked very hard to establish a language that is the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection, but also keeps you guessing what's the next product, how we're going to differentiate the yachts from one another.
We were honoured and privileged to be approached by the Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection to join their design and construction team for Aylmer and Luminara back in 2020.
The design strategy was to define a holistic approach to the design. So working very closely with the brand and the client, we devised a palette and a strategy with the materiality that then created this lovely light, bright, airy, timeless, elegant interior that then transitioned seamlessly through to the exteriors.
There's always an opportunity to do something amazing and to do something better than anything that exists or has been done before.
It's really important that we deliver what our guests are expecting from land-based Ritz-Carlton properties on the yacht collection and what that looks like. The marina is amazing. It is absolutely stunning. It's a way to connect directly with the sea, and it's something that we felt was so successful on Evrima that we really wanted to do it bigger and better for Ilma and really evolve that further.
The most rewarding part of any project for me personally is being on board incognito and seeing the first guest board the yacht, experience the different spaces and seeing what collectively we've created. That is the most rewarding part of what we do.
Just so excited to see this, see Ilma come and join us in Luminara next year. Really, really stunning. So just, you know, Ilma and Luminara Yachts 2 and 3, just taking a look at them, they are going to be a little bit bigger than Evrima at 224 and 226 suites to Evrima's 149. So we are getting a little wider, a little longer. We're actually not going up on deck level. So on the horizon, all three of these yachts are going to look very, very similar. But I do like to mention, even though we have got a touch bigger with yachts 2 and 3, we still have highly committed to that luxury aspect that our guests are finding on Evrima. You know, we still have that almost 1-to-1 staff to guest ratio. So that personalized experience is still very much there. And then the guest to space ratio is huge. Already with Evrima, we have one of the highest guest to space ratios in the industry. With Ilma and Luminara, we're giving even more space per guest. And that's with Ilma, that's going to be 1 to 104.4 square feet per person. That's a lot of space per guest. And you'll see this as I go through and we dive into the suites and the public spaces. You'll see that space factor is just reflected throughout the yacht.
I mean, that's almost 20 square feet more. And
yeah, it's a huge difference, you know, and that's and I mean, like looking at the suites, even at the entry level, it's a lot of space, a lot of increased space for each of our guests to really enjoy. And with Ilma, you know, we are going to have 7 suite categories. We're including 2 new upper suite category levels with Ilma and Luminara, just really, you know, adding into that exceptional experience. To give you an idea of what that upper suite category means, on Evrima we have 2 suites which are counted as upper suite categories, and those would be our 2 owners suites. Right. So now with Ilma, that's going to go up to 16 suites that are going to be counted as upper suite categories. So we've noticed that guests love the owner suite experience. It always tends to book first. So we're working to accommodate that to offer more upper suite category levels.
Lovely.
This is one of the new suite categories coming in. This is the concierge suites. Just a fantastic space, you know, interior alone up to over 785 square feet of space, plus an additional just up to over 400 square feet of terrace. So there's a lot of space built into these suites.
Yeah, look at that floor plan. That's a huge terrace.
It is huge. And we have, you know, the terrace has got indoor-outdoor showers, indoor-outdoor dining, indoor-outdoor lounge space, and then, of course, terrace access from your bedroom as well as your living room space. So just a lot built into this new category.
Beautiful.
And then one of the other categories, the other new addition is the Ilma suites. So again, we have another 4 of these on board. Again, you have indoor-outdoor dining, indoor-outdoor lounge space, and I love to talk about here the color palette. You know, I feel like with Evrima, we were more in line with the traditional Ritz-Carlton aesthetic. So those darker tones, darker hues. Whereas with Ilma, you're really looking at a lighter color palette throughout the entire vessel. Those whites and those cream colors and those lighter browns. in those beiges. And this is actually the entry level. This is the terrace suite. I showed you what Evrima looked like. This is what Ilma's terrace suite is going to look like. We're going to have 92 of these on board. And again, up to over 450 square feet of interior space alone at the entry level. So just at the starting point, just so much space as a factor built in there.
Absolutely. And I love the double sinks too in the washrooms. That's great.
Definitely. It's more in line, I feel, with the Ritz-Carlton hotel experience, or that expectation from Ritz-Carlton guests coming on board. They want to get the same experience that they would get staying at a Ritz-Carlton property on land. And part of that is, the double vanity sinks, the walk-in shower, the soaking tubs in the majority of the suites. That's part of that experience, I feel.
And I see that you have 5 ADA compliant rooms as well. So that's great for the terrace suite to have those.
Thank you. Yes. Good pickup on that.
Yeah, that's nice. Sometimes they have like maybe 2. But it's great that you're offering 5. That's fabulous.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, with the Evrima, we have the two ADA suites, and then Elma and Luminara will have 5.
Yeah, great.
And then looking at the dining experiences to be enjoyed on Elma, very, very similar to Evrima, 9 dining experiences, 5 of which are restaurants, 4 restaurants included, and 1 has that additional fee. This is the beach house, which is one of those inclusive experiences. We've actually just recently announced that Chef Michael Mina will be creating the menu for this incredible space. Now, the beach house is actually it's based out of a chic Peruvian atmosphere, but we can expect the palette here, the menu, to be drawn from South and Central America, and the menu will feature an array of shareable bites. There's grilled meats, refreshing ceviche, and then all crafted with ingredients sourced from the Caribbean. So really, really interesting menu to be expected here. And then, of course, we have expanded the pool experience in this space, the lounger experience. One of the feedback points we had from our guests on Evrima is that they wanted more pool, more lounge space around the pool. And we worked very hard to accommodate that with the beach house experience, as well as with that additional pool that's on deck 10, which I'll get to in a minute.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the other inclusive experiences is our main dining restaurant. This is Tides. As you can see, very light, very airy, that color palette just throughout the vessel. And this is kind of like a warm, intimate ambience, very spacious space, which has kind of a really interesting balance of privacy and social connection, I feel. And then the menu here is going to be ever-changing. It adjusts to both the seasonal ingredients that we can get, as well as those ingredients that we can pull from the destinations that we visit. So it's going to be a menu that constantly updates and changes throughout the year and throughout the voyage. And then last, but certainly not least, our fine dining experience on board. This is that restaurant which has that additional fee. This is Seta Su Ilma. And we have just announced as well that Chef Fabio Trabocci is going to be creating the menu here. And for this incredible space, it's going to be an Italian-inspired cuisine to be found here, as well as pulling flavors from the Mediterranean. So just fantastic fine dining experience to be had here. The seating capacity for Seta Su is going to be 48 suites. So we are going to be bigger than C on Evrima, but still quite an intimate space.
Beautiful.
And then, of course, all the public spaces are being expanded as well. The marina, which, as you saw in that video, is just was such a huge hit on Evrima. On Ilma, we're expanding the space. We're including a new mezzanine terrace. So that marina terrace is actually now going to be overlooking the marina platform. Just going to be fantastic there for the sunset cocktails. It's going to be amazing. And then, of course, just a bigger space, and then a new marina retail space to be found in the marina.
Gorgeous.
The living room space, You can see on the left you have the Ilma living room space. On the right you have the Luminara space. And this is really going to be just during the day, intimate set, casual conversation. And then in the evening, this transforms into a piano bar, jazz lounge for more relaxed, casual conversation during the evening.
And I love that you're calling it the living room, because it does look like a very relaxed atmosphere. It's someplace you're going to go. You're going to meet fellow guests that are there with you. And I think the living room is really a good name for it. It's really aptly named.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think so too. It's as you say, you can lounge and relax, and you can be as close to the music or as far from the music as you would like, as however much you would want to socialize there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I've mentioned, we have one of the biggest differences between Evrima and Yachts 2 and 3 is going to be an additional pool up on deck 10. And again, that's that feedback point that we had from our guests on board. They wanted more pool experience, and we worked to accommodate that by having this additional pool and the lounge space all around there. We also have built in a sunset bar up here, so our guests can really have the full service while they're relaxing and enjoying the pool and the sun and the air and the water. It's just going to be amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Imagine seeing the sunset there. Like, that would just look gorgeous. There's nothing more beautiful than a sunset at sea, and to have that spot for it just designated, that would be gorgeous.
Absolutely. Can't wait. And then, just taking a quick look at Luminara Yacht number 3. As I mentioned, Luminara is a sister ship with Ilma. Yeah. We're actually going to include one additional category of suite with Luminara. So Luminara is going to have 226 suites to Ilma's 224. Aside from that, again, we still have highly personalized service on board and that incredible amount of space per guest.
Beautiful. And she's launching late 2025, I believe I read.
That's right. Towards the end of July, beginning of August, we'll see Luminara sail.
And it's open right now. Could my clients reach out to me to book them on this one already?
Yes, we are open for booking. We actually, as of today, we have itineraries out until October next year. We actually anticipate putting out the next batch of itineraries within the next month or so. So stay tuned for that. Very exciting.
Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, you guys have to reach out to me, info@PlentyOfSunshineTravel.com, to make sure that you can get on this brand new ship as soon as she launches too. Wow.
Yeah, you'll love it. You will have no regrets. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So taking a look at the Luminara suites. This is I wanted to show the owners just an incredible space again. We saw that owners on Evrima. I kind of skipped over on Ilma, but I just wanted to bring it back in for Luminara. And you have that indoor-outdoor showers, the whirlpool outside, the dining, the lounge space, and then all of those amenities built into the interior. Just everything put into the owners suites. And Ilma and Luminara are actually going to have 8 owners suites each. And those will be found at the back of the yacht.
Fabulous.
And then that additional category that Ilma doesn't have is going to be this one here. This is the residential suites. Just a beautifully proportioned space, really. 883 square feet of interior space, or 82 square meters, if you will, along with an additional 156 square feet of terrace space. So plenty of terrace space, very spacious in the interior. And just the 2 of these at the back of the vessel on Luminara. And of course, Ilma had the Ilma suite. Luminara has the Luminara suite. Very similar proportions. But you'll notice here with Luminara, we've actually kind of gone back again to our roots, those darker tones, darker hues throughout the vessel. More in line with, that traditional Ritz-Carlton look, I feel. And then, diving into where we are, where we're going in the future. As of today, Evrima is in the Mediterranean. She will move throughout the Mediterranean. We will be joined September 2nd by yacht number 2, Ilma, out of Monaco. Both yachts will move throughout the Med, cross the Atlantic about mid-November, spend the Northern Hemisphere winter really in Caribbean, Central America. And then about mid-April next year, we'll see both those yachts cross the Atlantic again. And after that, Ilma will then move into Northern Europe. So we're expanding our itineraries into Northern Europe. We are going to Baltic, we're going to Norway, we're circumnavigating Iceland, we're going down to the UK, just really, really expanding those itineraries out there. And then we will see, as I mentioned, at the end of July, beginning of August, yacht number 3, Luminara, will sail. And that yacht, the word is, and we should expect the itineraries out in the next month or so. The word is we will see one of those yachts, most likely Luminara, move into Asia Pacific. So very, very excited to see that itinerary expansion coming.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see those itineraries. Wow.
Absolutely. And
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, great.
Yeah, no, very, very excited to see that itinerary expansion. Mediterranean is fantastic. Caribbean is fantastic. It's exciting to see Northern Europe, and it's exciting to hear about Asia Pacific as well.
Absolutely.
And, talking about our itineraries and the kind of experience to be had there, the big focus for us is about having a relaxed pace on board, not rushing from port to port, really giving our guests a chance to immerse themselves in the destinations. And the way we do that is we have early arrivals. We leave as late as possible every day. We have as few sea days as possible. We overnight wherever we can. We try to truly be that Ritz-Carlton hotel at sea for our guests, really giving them the chance to immerse themselves in these destinations that we visit.
Yeah, which is why you're visiting them. Like, you want to go to these areas to experience their culture, to experience their way of life. And if you're able to stay there even overnight and see the nightlife and then be there the next morning, all the better. That's just fantastic to get that immersive experience. Yes.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. A big part of going on the experiences, experiencing the yacht is a big part of it, but the other big part of it is getting off the vessel and going to experience these cultures and cuisines and the architecture and these unique destinations you're going to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then, of course, part of that experience is the shore excursions that we offer. So we offer a wide range of shore excursions on board, and it's actually broken down into 3 separate levels. So the first level is very similar to what you would find on most cruise lines, a pre-built shore excursion that anyone on board can register for. Our groups can go up to 20 people per group. And you would join the group, and you could go off and do your shore excursion, and that would be that. Level 2 is pre-selected shore excursions, different to the pre-built shore excursions, but these shore excursions have the option to be privatized. So if you are a group of friends, you're a family group, and you're looking to go on an excursion, but you want just your group to do it, then we have these pre-selected shore excursions on offer to you for that, to a minimum of 6 people. And then lastly, the level 3 is custom-built shore excursions. So we have the option of offering a completely custom-built shore excursion to your clients. So if obviously the more time we have to build this, the better. But we can build any shore excursion that your clients, that you as guests would want to experience. So yeah, just fantastic having those 3 different options available.
And that really speaks to Ritz-Carlton Yacht white glove service, right? Anything that you want, you'll make sure that they can get it, and you'll build it for them. And I think that that's an amazing way to do it. That's fabulous.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then just briefly talk about special occasions on board. We do see it every now and then, guests coming on for weddings or for fire renewals. So we do have packages for that, as well as celebrations if you're looking for something. It's already an incredible experience on board, but if you're looking for something just a little bit extra, then we do offer these special occasion packages. And you would go, of course, through Kathleen, and we would make that happen for you.
Yeah. That's fabulous.
I do like to talk about the air, hotel, and transfers team as well. We have a fantastic team in-house, which is capable of offering that seamless vacation experience. So we, as well as the cruise, we're able to take care of the pre or post hotels, the air, and of course, all of the transfers in between. And that would be something you would take through Kathleen. She would chat to us, and we would be able to really facilitate that seamless travel experience, that whole vacation experience for you.
Yeah, and because you have so many land hotels, you could just incorporate that so easily too. That's
Absolutely. We work closely with our sister properties, within the Marriott luxury brands, and that actually is a beautiful segue into my next slide, which is, that we are indeed part of the Marriott Bonvoy program. So you are able to use points for us. You are able to redeem points with us. We do have amenity tiers associated with the different elite status on board. So we are fully incorporated into the Marriott Bonvoy program. If you have any additional questions on this front, you're welcome to pass them over to Kathleen, and she'll bring them forward to us. And last but certainly not least, just a plug towards our social media channels. We have a fantastic marketing team which really keeps our social media channels up to date and really interactive. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on X and LinkedIn as well. So if you aren't following us, you are more than welcome to do so, just to hear about our latest updates and insights and where we are as a yacht collection.
Yeah. That's amazing. And then you can follow along and sort of say, do I want this itinerary? Let's go and look at the pictures of it. And then you can do some research that way and then just reach out to me and we'll get you on board. That's a great way to incorporate that. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And with that, I'll say thank you so much for your time. And yeah, all the best sailing on board with us.
Wonderful. And thank you for putting all that together. I know how much work that is, and I greatly appreciate it. And I hope that everybody has a great week. Make sure you reach out to me, info@plentyofsunshinetravel.com, because I know you want to get on board. So thank you guys, and we'll see you all next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's cruise chat with Richard from Ritz-Carlton Yacht. It was really nice to see the cruise ship, to see how beautiful they are and get an idea of the rooms and all that space. Oh my goodness. I really, really liked though how they made changes for their second and third yacht based on your feedback. And I think that that's awesome that a cruise line listens to you, that they're paying attention, and they're going to give you more pools because you asked for them. And they're going to give you more outdoor space because you asked. And they've just redesigned everything. And of course, the owner suites always sell out first. So now they've got 5 or more of them. And I think that's incredible. I love it when cruise lines listen to the people that are on board and make sure that the experience is exactly what you're looking for, which is just great in my opinion. And there's lack of a better word for it. I think it's just a wonderful thing that they do that. Next week, I'm going to be meeting with Maxine from Seabourn Cruises, and we are going to be looking at some of their cool itineraries as well. I've had the opportunity to meet with Maxine a few other times before, and also Lori when she was with them. She's retired now, and I miss her dearly. If she's watching or listening to these shows, hi, Lori. It's nice to hear from you. But I really do miss Lori. I think she was great with working with the Holland America and the Seabourn brand because, as you know, they're owned by the same parents company. But anyway, next week I'm going to be meeting with Maxine. And as I said, we're going to be looking at some of their great itineraries. So thank you so much for following along, guys. We'll see y'all next week or on board. Bye for now.